The philosophy of friendship, how to create social capital and connect friendship with invincible vision. I'll say that again. The philosophy of friendship, how to create social capital and connect friendship with invincible vision. That is the name of my brand new book. And I would love to talk to you a little bit about one of the things that I cover in the book. I'm really excited about this work. I'm really excited about what it's going to do for your friendships, your ability to re-examine where you stand with some of your friendships. I was on Facebook the other day, and this woman posted something about her bestie who had been in a physically violent altercation with her mate, the bestie's mate. And so I posted and I said, "Oh my gosh, are you sure that it's okay for you to have posted that?" And her response was, "Girl, I have a billion people that I call bestie." And I thought, "Oh, okay." And so, of course, I just very cordially said, I was saying it in love, and I know her. And so she certainly didn't take any offense to it. But that struck me because my entire book is about creating a standard and sharing this philosophy of friendship that we should all have in order to determine where we really are in our relationships and what really makes up our social capital. That being said, it took me back to the book where I was like, you know what? If she has a billion besties, then how does she know who's her real friend? Because a bestie and a best friend, I don't consider to be the same thing. Just like when people say BFF, as if you can become somebody's BFF overnight. That usually does not happen. So no slight to her, but it just really ignited something in me to make me say we need to make sure that this book gets out so that we can begin to reevaluate how we value relationships. Okay? So, real quick, in the book, I talk about 3 ways people lie to get business. Now, why does this have anything to do with friendship? It has something to do with social capital. And so I'm not going to go over every single detail, but I will talk about, 3 ways people lie to get business and just kind of share some ways that you can be strong and just say no, or how you can handle the situation. So the one way is that people say that they don't want money, they just want to help. So, "Oh, Resurrection, I love what you're doing. You're so awesome and amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I don't want any money. I just want to help you. I just want to help you. I just want to help you." Oh my God. I'm almost like ready to scream because everybody says they just want to help you and they're lying. It doesn't even make sense for people to want to help you and there be no benefit. Now, if you're doing an internship, if there's some mutual benefit that's already, exacting and you have an agreement or something like that, that's not what I'm talking about. But when people come along and they say, "Oh, I just love what you're doing. I want to support you and I want to help you," you know that that's going to run out, that there's a time limit on that, whether they say that or not, or perhaps that's not what they really mean. And so what happens is people genuinely say they want to help you, and then a couple weeks in, they're like trying to figure out, well, how can I be compensated in all of this? And you're like, hold up, but I wasn't planning on working with you. Like you came in, you wanted help. I didn't say I was going to hire you. Okay. So yes, so these are some of the challenges that we face in business and in creating our social capital. So the second way is that people say that the work they are doing is for ministry when it's for profit. So have you ever had anybody say that, the work that they are doing is just for ministry. They're not worried about money. They're not worried about money. But then you turn around and you see that they're charging full price for whatever it is that they said was ministry to them. That is true. You know, if you are a person who believes in God and you feel very connected to this idea that your entire life is ministry, which I can sort of attest to that, then, you know, that's not really what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, and let me give you an example. Most of you already know my story. So real quick, during a time when I was homeless, and I talk about this in the book, I stayed at this person's house, and she kept saying, oh, you know, I'm doing this for ministry. I'm doing this for ministry. You know, and so it was supposed to be a house where, you know, people like me who, you know, I just wanted to protect my daughter, make sure she was in a safe place, get her to a safe place, and we could stay, you know, somewhere for a short time for me to figure out what to do next. You know, that it would serve as that kind of place. When we got there, you know, the lady was crazy. And, you know, there was all this other stuff around it. And so long story short, her This is Ministry was charging more than what anybody would be charging for a room. So one of her rooms in this house was $1,000 a month. A room in the house was $1,000 a month. The one bedroom down the street was also $1,000 a month. So I'm just saying, be cautious of using the terminology that you're doing something for ministry, knowing that people are suffering and they are without and they're unable to play. That's like me, you know, telling a homeless person, oh, I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you, and then saying, okay, well, I'm going to charge you $1,000 for me, you know, to help you find housing. What? That would make no type of sense. So, you know, people do this though. Real life. It happens. Okay, the third thing is you commit to a scope of work that you are incapable of performing. So we're going to talk about this real quick and get out of here. The first one is they say they don't want money. They just want to help. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, they want to be compensated. They're trying to figure out how they can be included in the deal or whatever. Or how they can create a paycheck for themselves. The second one is they say that that the work they are doing is for ministry when it's really for profit. And then the third one is you commit to a scope of work that you are incapable of performing, either because you do not have the time, you do not have the resources, or you do not have the know-how. So there are people that will often say, and we're talking about 3 ways that you lie in business. So, you know that you don't have the time to take care of whatever it is you're committing to, or that you don't have the resources to get it done, or that you do not have the know-how. You know this, right? Let me give you a quick example. So I am a business consultant, and I contract work with local governments and school systems and things like that. And so I just put together a proposal for a local government, and it's for me to do a complete, thorough rebranding for this particular agency. And the guy that I was talking to, I put down a certain number that I need to be paid, and the one number was for me. And then the other number I explained was going to be to make sure that I could hire the photographer that I want and the website developer that I want, and for the other team members that I need in order to, complete this with the level of quality that I like to work with, right? So he countered and he said, I can pay you this, right? And so the amount of money that he offered me was basically the amount of money that was offered just for me. In other words, if I needed to hire some other people, I was going to have to bring them on using my money. So I could have just said to him, okay, sure, I'll do it. No problem. But that would not be true, because that's not what I asked for. So if you want a certain level of quality, you have to pay for it, right? And so what I was saying to him is that I will do everything that I have promised in my scope of work. However, I can't make promises on the quality of work that will be done on the team members that I have to bring in who cannot be paid. They will be interns because you refuse to pay them. But I was honest and I was upfront. I didn't say, you know what, I'll get it done. No, because it's not in my scope of work to get it done. I'm a website designer, but I'm not a developer. Two very different things. I don't know code. And so a lot of times people will, they know they don't have the time. Like, I will not take on a certain amount of clients because I'm not going to stress myself out. And I don't want to give people expectations that I'm unable to meet. So, I only take a certain number of coaching clients. Why? Because my entire business is not coaching. I love that my coaching and my consulting work with, marketing development and so on and so, I love that those are exclusive products that I offer. Now, I write a book all day. I love to speak, being a national speaker, interacting with people face to face. I love that. What I love more than coaching, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, but it's very true, is mastermind groups. And so the way that I've set up my Invincible Vision coaching program is that I am doing the coaching portion, but I also have built into it where I'm able to do marketing consulting because that's what I love, and also that there includes a mastermind group. So now I'm doing everything that I'm completely in love with mixed in with this one coaching program. So I love that one. Right? The other ones that I offer are informational products that'll be on the website when it comes. So long story short is a lot of times people commit to a scope of work when they know they don't have the ability to complete it, they don't have the time, or that they don't have the resources to actually get it done, when you should just be honest. So all of these 3 ways people lie to get business are integrity issues, because you run into a situation where people call you on it and then they don't want to have anything to do with you. And I can't tell you how many times that has happened, where I have observed some behaviors that make me feel very uncomfortable. If you don't know how to say no, I do not want to sign a contract with you, because I will never know if you're telling me the truth. And so this is totally not about me. It's just giving you some examples of when you do business with people, you need to be able to be very clear about what you can do, what you cannot do, and if there's some contingency. So for me, with that particular contract, I can do this if you do this. If we can do this, then I can do. And so I just want to encourage people to be honest and to have integrity, and I think that you'll make a lot more money and you'll be successful and you will increase your social capital, and you will find those business partnerships that you have been longing for so long. All right. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. Be extraordinary. And, oh yes, subscribe, youtube.com/Resurrection Graves. Make sure that you also friend me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest. Well, Glory Soldiers is on Pinterest. And Twitter. Yes, Twitter is @AJourneyToLove. All right, thank you so much. Ask me questions, please. Ask me questions. I want your questions. All right, talk to you later. I'm Resurrection, and I'm out. Be extraordinary.